See, Bas is calling to you. Right, so I'm sharing the screen, I'm taking your whiteboard. Yes. So let me import the paper so I can go with the discussion. Yes, so then last time I was just analyzing what are the things that you got wrong in the paper. So it seems I have to discuss the entire paper. So paper එක වගේ discuss කරන්න එනවා. So let's discuss the entire paper. So that's the best thing. So wherever you went wrong, right? Just figure out whether it is okay or not, right? So let me take the paper first. Yes, so the very first question is about which of the following connection is correct under the government concept of using ICT by the providing facilities, such as gazettes, circulars, and forms. So now these gazettes, circulars, and forms are relevant to the employees, right, who are government employees. So the correct answer is going to be G to E. Right, so like G2C, it's some services which is given to the citizen, right? So as we talked in the very first lesson, right? So the bill payment facilities, right, and this information services, such things. So when it comes to government, it's basically majorly the map of the Sri Lanka is given to the other governments and the tourists. So it's government to government service. And again, when it comes to the ambassador, the visa details, the ambassador services, right? So given in electronical manner. So we call it's a G2G transaction or G2G connection. And G2B stands for government to business. So those are the loan facilities, right? So banking services, those kind of things, which is given by the government to the businesses. So those are in G2B. And here regarding the gazettes, circulars, and forms, those are directly regarding the employees of the government. So it's a G2E like service which is given there, right? So the answer is going to be the fourth one for the first question, right? And yeah, let me take the marking scheme as well. right? So the first one goes with the fourth answer. Okay, so the second one, which is incorrect from the given statement in relation with use in robots in modern industries, right? They're asking about the incorrect one, right? From the given statement in relation with using robots in modern industries. So obtaining 24-hour service, it is when we use a robot, we can put the machine work in 24/7 manner. And minimal initial cost, that's going to be an incorrect one, because since it is when we are setting up a robot, will cost you more, right? So it's not going to be the minimal initial cost. You will be like incurring like certain amount of cost to establish that thing. And the efficiency, yes, it is increased, and it's going to be a benefit for that as well. And accuracy and hygiene, yes, we can maintain that accuracy and hygiene with the robot system, right? So the answer for the second one is going to be the second answer, or the second choice. In the third one, it is asking what is the unguided media. Yeah, radiated media in brackets, they say, that is used to transmit data between two places of longest distance from given data transmission media. So like fiber optics is directly just a second. I have to go with my headset. I think I have to go with that. Right. Right. Lamai, can you hear me clearly? Just confirm it, because I am connecting my headset.
So the voice is a bit low. The volume is a bit low.
Volume is a bit low. Hold on. Okay. I have to check the microphone. Just a second. Yeah, can you hear me clearly?
So now it's perfect.
Great. Okay, so there is a construction going ahead. So if you get in any disturbance regarding that, just let me know, right? Okay, so people, fiber optics is going to disqualify straight away, because it is not an unguided media, it is a guided media. So second is not going to be an answer for the third one. And here they are asking the transmit data between two places of longest distance from the given data transmission media. Yeah, people, just give me a feedback can you hear me clearly, or like the surrounding is going to bother you? Is it? Yes, people? Good. Okay. Okay. No problem. Right. So then the infrared, microwaves, and radio waves is there. So it is asking longest distance from the given data transmission media. So longest distance is going to be microwaves, radio waves, and infrared. Infrared is going to be the shortest. Radio waves are going to be longer than that. And microwaves is going to be the longest, which has the ability to communicate to the longest distance, right? So the not the radio waves, not the infrared, but the microwaves is going to be the answer for the third one, right? So in the marking scheme, third one has the third answer. And the fourth one, select the feature that is first identified in fifth generation computer software and not identified in other computer generations. So they're talking about the fifth generation. So we know specifically when it comes to the fifth generation, the technology lies with the artificial intelligence and the ultra large scale integration. So operating system with GUI, it has been starting from the second to third generations. And introduction of Linux OS, you can find it on the fourth. And use of high-level computer languages, you can see it is there from the second generation. So voice recognition based on artificial intelligence is going to be the answer for this, right? So voice recognition is kind of an artificial intelligence technique. So and they have directly said about the artificial intelligence as well. So its third one is going to be the answer. And yeah, there are three blanks which is named as A, B, and C, and we have to fill that according to the questions given below. So the blank port is used to connect wires to the computer network. So computer network, it's going to be a RJ45 connection. So A is going to be an RJ45, right? So not the second one is going to be the answer because it starts from VGA, and not the third one. So either the first or the fourth. And the second one says blank port connects digital TV to any of the computer in network when doing a presentation, right? So either it can be a VGA, but not kind of a USB part that they are going to do in. So from the C, it says port connects a modern printer to the computer of this network. So definitely part C going to be the what you call the USB, right? So it's going to be the very first answer because the fourth one contains RJ45, VGA, and HDMI. We can use the VGA still to connect the TV, but HDMI, we cannot use that to connect a printer, right? So HDMI is a port where it has the ability to communicate to what you call the to communicate both audio and video, right? Okay, so the first one for that, and asking about convert A816 into binary, octal, and decimal, and which answer gives the above values respectively. So A816. So A816 is a hexadecimal value. So converting this into the binary, which is an easy one. How we are going to do that? We are going to write this from groups of 4 bits. So these 4 bit group contains the place values, which is having 1, 2, 4, and 8. And this is having 1, 2, 4, and 8. So we are going to convert A into a binary value based on this base value. So A means 10. So 10 can be created from 1 and 1 over here. So zeros and zeros will be there. And for 8, it's going to be 1 over here and 3 zeros over here, right? So the binary value is going to be 1010 1000. So in that manner, we can find two answers. It's so the third one, fourth one is going to be disqualified. So either it's the first one or the second one. So if you look at those answers carefully, 250 is common as the second answer. So we actually don't need to convert this into an octal, because anyway, it's going to be the same answer. And if we think about the decimal conversion, then we can find the answer, but I'll do all the conversions. So since you are having the octal number, I'm sorry, the binary number like this is going to be the binary number. So converting binary into octal is easy. So this is going to produce, so we are considering the place values again, 1, 2, and 4. Here it's 1 and 2, because there is no value for the 4. So since everything is 0 above these place values, this is going to form 0. And there is 1 over 1 and 4, but not over 2. So 4 plus 1 gives you 5. And this is 0 and 1. So over 1, there is a 0, so it is disregarded. Over 2, there is a 1. So we can choose it at 250. So octal value is going to be 250. And the decimal value, we can take the decimal value easily from the binary value or from the hexadecimal value. So I'm going to use the hexadecimal value over here again. So when you are converting this into the decimal, this is going to be 16 to the power 0. This is going to be 16 to the power 1. So A means 10, as we know. So 16 to the power 1 means 16. 16 to the power 0 means 1. So that means 16 into 10, which gives you 160, plus 1 into 8 will give you 8. So it's going to be 168, which concludes the answer as the second one. All right, so we've done with the first page. People, just confirm me whether it is clear to you or not. If you got any questions, you can always ask, and you can always disturb. Right, great. How about the others? Yeah, other people? How about you people? It's just two. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Dulagi. How about others? Right. Okay. So, right. So moving to the second one, and people, is there anyone who has not tried the MCQ paper? Any new people in here from IME? Okay. All right. All right. Isara, like, are you from the IME, or did you just connect me directly and had the link from me?
I'm from IME.
All right, good, 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 good. No problem, no problem. Right. So, Puta, get ready. By next week, we are going to face to the second paper, like not this particular paper. You are going to face to something else, but it's a third term, like a third term test from the grade 10. So get ready, right? And next week, people, it will be a 2-hour paper. So you have to do it with me on the class. And then after, you have to send me the pictures of the questions that you have done, right? So get ready for that thing by next week, right? Today we are going to finish this off. I hope we will be able to finish this off today. Then next week is going to be the second part of the paper, right? So be prepared for that, right? Okay, so moving to the 7th question. It says, which of the following is equivalent to 124 and 457 decimal values respectively? So it's going to be 124 and 457 decimal values. So answers are given in hexadecimals and octals, and somewhere it is having binary. So we have no chance. We have to convert everything and see, right? So it's better you figure out about 124 first, right? So what we are going to do is, let's quickly take 124 and let's divide it by 2 and see. So it will be 62, no remainders, 31, no remainders, 15, one remainder is there, 7, one remainder is there, 3, one remainder is there, 1 and 1 is remaining there, right? So you are going to start from the place you have stopped, because it is now 1 is less than 2. That is why we stop dividing the things, right? So we are going to write it from top to bottom. So it's 1 1 1 1 0 0 is going to be your answer in what you call in binary, right? So yeah, so we have to convert each and everything, because the first answer is represented in both binary, octal, and hexadecimal. In all in like not both, like octal, hexadecimal, and binary as well. So we have to convert this quickly into octal and hexadecimal. So first of all, I'm going to divide into group of 3s and find what is octal value of this. So this contains the place value of 1, 2, and 4. This contains 1, 2, and 4, and this contains 1. So this is going to be 4, because there is only 1 ahead 4, others are 0. Here it's going to be 7, because 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 7. Everything got 1 over it. So this is going to be 1, because there is a 1 over 1. So it's going to be 174 in octal as well. And if you consider about the hexadecimal conversion, and 2 zeros, and this is the place that you are going to divide it, right? So the place values will be 1, 2, 4, and 8. This is going to be 1, 2, and 4. So this, when you convert it, 8 will be multiplied by 1, 4 will be multiplied by 1, 2 will be multiplied by 0, and 1 will be multiplied by 0. So in other words, this represents 12, 8 plus 4, and this represents 7. So 12 means it's going to indicate C. So 7C in hexadecimal, right? So these are the values of 128, 124 when it comes to there. So first answer is correct in all the ways, and the second answer, which is 457, that we have to figure out. So it is in octal and hexadecimal. So 457, when we are converting this into an octal, we have to divide it by 8, right? So 5, 40, and 57, it has 7. Only 1 is remaining. And 57 is not less than 8, so we are divided by 8 and 7 and 1 is remaining. So 711 in octal. So with that, you can directly goes to the value of this, right? So which is going to be the answer. So the third one is going to be your answer, right? Okay, people, is it clear what I have done through here? So if anyone has any doubts, you can ask now.
Sir, me, atana 174 octal ආවිල මෙතන 174 hexadecimal ආවේ.
පුතේ මට පැහැදිලි නෑ කියන එක චුට්ටක් හයියෙන් කතා කරන්න.
මෙතන සර් දැන් ඩෙසිබල් එක octal විදිහට කන්වර්ට් කරද්දී 174 octal නේ ආවේ.
174 octal ආවේ. Yes, yes.
එතකොට සර් third එකේ තියෙන 174 hexadecimal කියලානේ.
Hold on. Yes, yes. Thank you for taking me to that point. Which is a wrong one. Third one is not the wrong one. Third one is not the correct one. Yes, because 174 octal we have to take. So, thank you, Buddha. This is disqualifying because of the base, right? And when it comes to the hexadecimal, so Buddha taprakina. Right, and 174 hexadecimal is wrong. So second one can be your answer, and first one can be your answer, fourth one can be your answer. So 711 octal is not going to be your correct answer. Like correct answer means 711 is correct, but it's not the third one. All other places are in hexadecimal and octal, and again, because of this, we are going to disqualify the first one as well, right? So it is either the second one or the fourth one. So 711, that is for the octal, and we have to convert this into the hexadecimal as well. So 457 will be, sorry, go for the hexadecimal part as well. So 45, there will be 2 only. So 32, how many is remaining? 13 is remaining. 137. For 137, it's going to be 128. So 37, 28 to 37, yes, 11 is remaining, right? So 11 means it's going to be, yeah, it is going to be a problem. Hold on, people. 32. Yes, 11 is remaining, okay? It's divided by 16. Yeah, let's see, Sarah.
Sir, 9 is remaining.
Didn't get you there.
Not 11, 9 is remaining.
9 is remaining. Hold on. Ah, yes. ඔක තමයි වෙන්නේ ගණන් හරියට ඉගෙන ගත්තේ නැති වුණා. Right. So it's the 9 which is remaining. Yes, though. So like there will be 1 and how many is remaining? 12 is remaining. 12 means it's C. Yeah, so it's going to be 1C9 in hexadecimal, which concludes this is going to be the answer. Yeah, second one is going to be the answer, not the fourth one, right? It has some things to do, so නේද මම වගේ පටල ගන්න නැතුව කරගන්න ඕනේ. right? So for the seventh one, yeah, it's the second one, the answer, right? Okay. In 8, they are asking about what is the most significant digit and the least significant digit of 0.04320. So we know when it comes to a decimal point, decimal value, which does not have the integral part, the most significant is going to be the leftmost value, which is not a 0, and least significant bit is going to be the rightmost value, which is not a 0. So it's going to be 4 and 2, which is the first one, is your answer, right? So for 8, it is the first one. So remember, when it comes to the decimal values with no integral part, it's going to be something like that. So most significant is going to be this, the rightmost value, which is not a 0. And the least significant is, sorry, the leftmost value, which is not 0, is going to be the MSB, most significant digit. And the least significant digit is the rightmost value, which is not a 0, right? So the first one is going to be the answer. In the ninth one, it says a student says that some DVD has been made with the capacity of 8 GB. Which of the following gives the equal value of 8 GB? Yeah. So like, sorry, when we are having the value 8 GB, we have to consider what are the things and how the conversions is going to happen. So it says 2 to the power 23 MB, 2 to the power 28 into 2 to the power 20 KB, 2 to the power 30 bytes, 2 to the power 30 kilobytes. Yeah. So how we are going to convert from bits to bytes, right? We can use this particular conversion. So it's going to be 8 GB, right? So they have given the values in megabytes, kilobytes, and bytes, right? First, we make it a megabyte. So what we have to do is, to gigabyte to megabyte, you need 2 to the power 10. That means 1024. So 8 into 2 to the power 10 megabytes is going to be your answer. So there is no answer such. We can consider, if we can represent 8 as 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 10 MB. That means 2 to the power 13 MB, right? Which is not any of the answers. So then we are going to convert 8 GB into a kilobyte. So GB is going to be an MB, MB is going to be KB. So GB to KB, you need 2 to the power 10. MB to KB, you need another 2 to the power 10. Because 1 GB equals to 10 to the 2 to the power 10 MBs or 1024 MBs. And 1 KB equals to 1 MB is equals to 2 to the power 10 of KBs, right? So what we can do is we can take 8, and these are the multiplications, like 2 to the power 10 into 2 to the power 10, right? So it's going to be KB. So 8 means 2 to the power 3. And this is going to be 2 to the power 10, and this is going to be 2 to the power 10 again, right? So it's KB. That means 2 to the power 23 KBs. And which I think we had an answer like that. The 2 to the power 23 KBs. No. No. Putala taprakinna. Susu, go to the Ammi. Please. Please, come here. You have to go to the Ammi. Okay, so people, according to this, this is 2 to the power 23, or in other words, from this we can derive 8 into 2 to the power 20 kb. Right, that means this answer can be taken as the correct one. Okay, people, confirm me, did you got what I did?
Yes, sir.
Right. How
So
about
do these type of questions like normally come for levels?
Yeah, most probably, most probably. If anyone needs to do it again, redo it again, let me know, I'll show the way. Right, okay. All right. So then the 10th one, which answer contains the secondary storage device of magnetic fiber and solid state? Yeah, not magnetic, not the fiber. We corrected it during the exam. This is going to be magnetic, optical, and solid, right? So magnetic, it's going to be a hard disk. It can be a floppy disk as well. So any like all 4 answers are qualified with the first one. Optical, it is going to be some CD type of things, right? So that means not the floppy disk. So the first one is going to disqualified. Micro SD card, it's a solid state one, so it is disqualified as well. And again, compact disk is going to be a correct one. And the fourth one, again, micro SD, it's going to be a solid state one. So the answer is anyway going to be the third. Floppy disk, it's a magnetic type. Compact disk, it's an optical type. Flash drive, it's a solid type. It's a solid type. So the third one is going to be the correct answer. In the 11th, they are talking about what is the non-volatile memory used in computers. So non-volatile means like when you are given with or without the power, you need to you have the ability that, or the device have the ability to keep the memory inside it, right? So in case volatile means, in the other words, when the power is given, they will memorize. When the power disconnected, the memory is going to be cleared, right? So non-volatile things is going to be the most probably the secondary storage other than the ROM, right? So RAM, cache, memory registers, directly those are volatile memories. So not a suitable answer. So if you contain RAM, that means again it's a non-volatile one. So RAM, cache are non-volatiles. RAM, cache are volatiles. ROM is a non-volatile. But since RAM and cache is RAM and cache is volatile, we are not going to take this as a correct answer. So the secondary memory is a non-volatile one. Cache, again, it's going to be a volatile one. ROM is a non-volatile one. So because of the cache, this is going to be disqualified. Okay, so we don't have an answer. That's a problem. Yeah, what was the answer that they were suggesting? For 11th, they say it's 1. Oh, maybe they are talking about the volatile memories. ඒගොල්ලොන්ට අහන්න උමනා වෙලා තියෙන්නේ the volatile memory එක ගැන.
The last thing I told about that.
Yeah. Okay, people, for the 11th one, you can take all, right? Because the question should be like this. So if you got incorrect, if you got a incorrect mark for the 11th, so you can consider them as correct, right? එතකොට ඒක මම බලලා තියෙන කට්ටියගේ දේවල් ටික හරි ගස්සන්නම්. ඒ කියන්නේ මම මේක ඕල්ට කරන්නම්, right? Okay, so if it is volatile, what is the volatile memory used in computer කියලා හුවොත්, so it's going to be directly the first one, right? Because second one disqualified because of ROM, third one as well as fourth one disqualified because of ROM, and fourth one there are secondary memory as well as in 3. So volatile memory is only current එක තියනකං මතක තියාගෙන ඉන්න කට්ටිය. So it's about the first one. So there's a problem with the question. So for the 11th you can go with all answer, right? All are correct, right? So in 12th, what is the device used to connect 2 or more networks of computer networking? Yeah, 2 or more networks. If it is 2 or more networks, it's going to be a router, right? Switch hub is there to connect one particular, or to network device, or in other words, to create a local area network. So we can have a switch or hub like this, and we can connect several different devices to it, right? Like PCs, printers, right? Likewise. So it is going to create a LAN. And if you are going to connect this LAN with another LAN, you need a router in between, right? And there is a way of connecting switch into the switch directly, but in the normal way, router needs to connect. Router needs to be there as an intermediary when you are connecting several different networks together, right? So it's the router, not the switch, not the hub. Those are used to create local area networks, or in other words, to connect several number of devices together and to make a local area network. Modem was used to previous like before the router comes, it was used to connect to the internet, and modem has this function which it can convert analog signal into the digital signal, as well as the digital signals into the analog signal. So it's the router for the 12th one, which is the 4th. And in the 13th, they're asking what is the relevant Boolean expression of the output F in the given logic circuit. So you have to clarify, or you have to see what's happening inside the circuit. So if this is A, you are going to receive A over here as well. If this is B, you are going to receive B over here as well as B over here. So then this is going to be A dot B. Then this is going to be B bar. And this is going to be carefully A dot B total bar from the above, right? So the output is going to be A dot B total bar dot B bar. So it is the final answer which gives you the third one, right? So you have to be very careful when you're finding a NOT gate in front of ANDs, ORs, and all these things, right? So which represents the total bar, or the inversion happens to the entire expression, right? So the 14th, ළමයි තප්පරයක්. Right. So then hold on. Right. Then the 14th one, which of the following is not a BCD value? So BCD values, you know, BCD is the first data representation method that we learn using the 4-bit representation for a particular character, which used only to represent the numbers from 0 to 9, right? So when you are given such question, what you have to see is first you divide the number into parts which like into a groups which has 4 bits. So if you divide this, it's going to divide from this particular point, and this one from this particular point, and this one from this particular point, and this one from this particular point, right? Then you just convert and see whether it is indicating the numbers from 0 to 9. So by considering a one group as a binary value, just convert it into its decimal, right? So for that, you need the values of 1, 2, 4, and 8, which has the place values, right? So using that, I'm going to write those place values at the top of each number, right? So this is going to be 1, 2, 4, and 8. So this is going to give you 0. And when it comes to here, it is 1, 2, 4, and 8. So only 1 and 8 positions are there. So this represents 9. So it's a valid one. When it comes here, so it is 1, 2, 4, and 8. So it gives you 8. Here again, it's going to give you 9 as the previous one, which is correct. And here it's going to give you 8 again. And this is going to give you, since these are 1, 2, 4, and 8, 1 plus 2 plus 4, which is 7. Still it's correct. So obviously it's going to be the fourth one, because fourth one, the first part, this part represents 8, and this represents 10. 1, 2, 4, 8. So this represents 10. 10 is a value which is not representing by the BCD. If you want to represent 10, you have to represent 1 separately and 0 separately, right? So the high represent karna, it's going to be, there will be 4 zeros to represent 0, and 3 zeros and 1 will be there to represent 1, right? Not the 10 entirely. So the answer, the correct answer should be the fourth one. Right. So the 15th one is telling about the following truth table shows the input for the given logic circuit. Which of the following gives the relevant output of the column F respectively? Yeah. So to do this, we should have the bigger truth table, right? With this, we won't be able to recognize this, or else you have to deal with ones and zeros, right? So one way of is you having zeros over here and zeros over here, and yeah, where did it went? Right. So one way of solving this is dealing with ones and zeros, or you can simply have the expression and have the truth table here, right? So I'll show you the way of having it from the truth table. So if this is AB, this is going to give you A dot B, and this is B, this is going to give you B bar, and this particular thing is going to give you A dot B plus B bar. And when it is goes through the NOT gate, you are going to take A dot B plus B bar total bar. right? So this is going to be represented through a truth table. So these are the values it says. So in the expression, you are going to go for the most inner brackets first. So a dot b will be made, which is a simple one. So it is 0, 0, 0, and 1. Right? Then when you comes out, plus operation and the not operation is there. So first you are going to create b bar. So it's 1, 0, 1, 0. Then you are going to make a dot b plus b bar by considering these two columns. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. And the F means when you are having the complement of the last column means this. So the complement is going to be 0, 1, 0, 0. Right, so 0, 1, 0, 0 is given from answer number 2. Right. So for the 15th, yeah, the second one is the answer. Right. People, confirm me whether it is clear so far.
Yes, sir.
Right, great. How about the others? Right, great. Yeah, Isara, I'll explain it to you again. Now, Isara, can you tell me what is the place that you went, like, what is the place that you are bothering, what is the place it is which is not clear for you? Is it the entire thing, or like, is it just in the middle?
A dot B.
A dot B1, which is this, which is this one,
Yes.
or this multiplication.
Multiplication one.
Multiplication one. Okay, right. Okay, I'll go through. Yeah, lamai මට තප්පරයක් දෙන්න ඉස්කෝලෙන් කෝල් කරනවා. Right. So yeah, Isara A dot B කියන එක පුතා වෙන්නේ the as a multiplication from this particular by using these two things. So 0 into 0 is going to be 0, 0 into 1 is going to be 0, 1 into 0 is going to be 0, 1 into 1 is going to be 1. තේරුණාද ඉසිර?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, then you are going to take B bar from what? From this particular column, from the B column. So if B is 0, B bar is going to be 1. If B is 1, B bar is going to be 0. If B is 0, B bar is going to be 1. If B is 1 again, B bar is going to be 0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then when you are forming this particular thing, A dot B plus B bar, you are going to consider this column and this column. So you are going to add it. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1 again. Right? So to take the output, now it was this particular thing that we made. So we are flowing it through a NOT gate. So it will give you the F. So that means the value of this particular column will be get flipped. So 1 becomes 0, 0 become 1, 1 becomes 0, and 1 becomes 0 again. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Right.
sir.
Great. Okay. Moving to the 16th question. So 16th question, you have some things to get filled up. So yeah, blank is the first program activated in the boot-in process of the computer and reads blank in the first boot device of, again, blank is there. So there is, according to the, what we call the answers, we have BIOS post boot sequence, right? So yeah, the master boot record, bootstrap loader is also there. Yes. So the first program activated in the boot-in process is going to be BIOS, basic input output system, right? And hold on, there is a conflict between the BIOS and the post. BIOS activate first, then the CMOS goes with the post program. Yeah, they are referring to it as a first program. Yeah, wait, it's better we refer to the one because I'm a little bit jeopardized with it. So let me take the grade 10 book.
So BIOS is first activated, then post, then CMOS.
Yeah, but BIOS, have they considered it as a program,
Program.
like since they are talking about it is the basic input output system. That's what I'm wondering. What was the place that we discussed in this thing? It's the very first of the program, as I remember. Yeah, it says CPU activates BIOS. That's what that's what's the problem. The first program activated is post. That's what I was lacking. And it should goes with the post according to that. So anyway, then it's going to be the fourth answer. What was the answer that they were telling? 16th? Yeah, 16 is the fourth answer. Yeah, that is a little bit tricky, people, right? So like you can see these steps. When the user power ups the computer, CPU activates the BIOS. So activating the BIOS, it doesn't
So that
mean,
means the booting process might be the BIOS.
yes. So like boot-in process means like it's the system, but it's not a program because it is like the things that are written in by from the manufacturer into the BIOS chip. So the first program the first program, the very first program activating is post power on self-test. So it will use the CMOS and it will check all the hardware and confirms that all are functioning properly. So then the post is going to be the first blank in the question, right? So then post is the first program activated in the boot-in process of the computer, reads the master boot record in the first boot device of boot sequence. Yeah. So the one which is going to get as a correct one is the 16th, right? In the 16th, it's the fourth. So not the BIOS. So it is a little bit deceiving, right? So when it comes to the 17th, following is the answer given by the student named Sachin Tana to question asked by the teacher about the requirements of partition in a hard disk. Yeah, it is needed to store different items in different places. Okay, we can consider it as a requirement. It requires to allocate separate partition from some operating system. It requires to allocate separate partition for some operating systems. Yeah, when it comes to Linux kind of things, but it's a little bit technical thing. It is needed to have more than one operating system in the same machine, which is not. It is needed to have more than one operating system in the same machine. No, you can have just one operating system. So C is anyway wrong. So with the correct thing, so the answers which contain C is going to be cancelled. So all these three things are going to be cancelled. So the answer is going to be the first one. So for 17th, let me check the marking scheme. Oh, 17th, it says 4. It is needed to have more than one operating system in the same machine. No. We can't say it is needed. If you say it may have more than one operating system in same machine, yes, that is a correct one. But it is not a need. And again, hold on. Since they are talking about the partitioning, then we will be caught on that as well. The requirements of the partitioning, since they are talking about requirements of the partitioning, yes. We can take this as a correct one, yeah. So like generally, like if you talk about the operating systems, generally, this is not a need. Make a need එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ සාමාන්‍ය විදිහට කතා කරනකොට. දැන් මෙතන මේගොල්ලෝ partitioning කියලානේ අහන්නේ. So since some operating system need a separate partition, so partitioning කියන එක ඕන වෙනවා මේ more than one operating system එකක් same machine තියාගන්නකොට. කියන්නේ උදාහරණයක් විදිහට if you need to keep Linux and Windows together, we need separate partition for the Linux, we need separate partition for the Windows. Right? So in this requirement, this is going to be a correct one. These two anyway correct, right? So fourth one, yes, you are going to go with the fourth one. 18th, what is the operating system that cannot be considered as an operating system that supports a single user? Yeah, did someone ask a question?
MS-DOS.
Yeah, single user, what is the operating system that cannot be considered as an operating system that supports a single user to perform multiple tasks? Yeah, definitely it's going to be the MS-DOS, because MS Windows given you to do multiple tasks, Mac OS, Ubuntu, Ola, the Ola operating systems which allow user to do multiple tasks at a given time, right? So MS-DOS, you have to give a command, then it will execute it. Then you have to give another command, then it will get executed, right? So it goes on that manner. For the 19th, which of the following cannot be considered as a utility program in operating system? Utility program means the programs which helps to the operating system as well as to the user to carry out their day-to-day things in a computer, right? So then task manager is a utility program. Are they asking which cannot be? Yes, task manager is a utility program.
File manager.
Formatting is a utility program. Defragmentation is a utility program. So that gives you the chance to say file manager is not a utility program, right? For 19th, yeah, it's the second answer. Right, but file manager, application, yeah, it can be taken as an application one, yes. 20, mostly used word processing software are shown below. What is the software that can be used to prepare document using cloud computing? So definitely it goes for the Google Docs, because WordPerfect, LibreOffice Writer, MS Office, Word, all three things are based on the standalone computers. So that means you have to install it. But Google Docs is the one which helps you to process Word as a cloud computing service, right? Which is the shortcut key used to find and replace in word processing? Oh, so like find and replace. So it's better they give a couple of shortcuts, because Control F will help you to find, right? Control R is help you to write a line, not to replace, right? And Control V is used to paste. Control H, I really don't remember what is Control H stands for. Let me check. Maybe it's for home.
So control home. So
Oh
control
yeah.
H is replace
Control H
words.
is used to find and replace
Replace
characters.
words.
And
Yes.
hold on. Am I wrong about Control F? Yeah, even it can use to find the words, but yeah. So you can go with both the answers. So either you can take it as second and you can take it as fourth, right?
Sir.
So find and
Sir.
replace. The most
Sir.
suitable one will be the Control H, right? Because the Control F will only allow you to find it. But again, it says shortcut keys used to find and replace in word processing. So someone can argue still, when you press Control F, you are still getting the find and replace window, right? So you can go for both second and the fourth. That doesn't matter, right? In 22nd, they ask about select the correct order of tools that is given below. Left align is going to be this. Yeah, so the order that they are matters. So the first one is the indentation. So it's going to be the second answer anyway, because it is the only answer which contains the indentation, right? So first one is the indentation. Second one is the left align. Third one is line spacing. And the fourth one is column. Yeah. The fourth, Seren, like you are asking for this 22nd, Seren? No, cannot be Seren, because right alignment is not done by this Seren. This is clearly the indentation. Right align will be stays like this. Something like this. Right, so this is going to be the icon for the right alignment. Got it, Seren? Right. So after 22nd, move into the 23rd. What are the tools that can be used to format the statement A into B? Yes. And here we can find the bolding formatting, as well as some superscript right over here, and some underlining as well. So, do we have anything to do with, yes, the case tool is there, because here it is totally simple, and here each and every word starting from a capital letter. So we need the case tool as well. So it is the underline, superscript, bold, and case tool. So this is subscript. So because of that, this is wrong. And this is strike through, because of that it is wrong. And this is the highlight in colors, so because of that it is wrong. So the second one is the correct answer, right? And 24th, a document prepared using word processing software is given below. What is the correct regarding part A? Part A, yeah, that means this. Yeah, so when you're seeing something like this, you should get the idea this is about the mail merge, right? Number of characters that is not printed. Okay, alternative symbols used instead of brackets. Field names of the table that is used in mail merge. A few records of table that is used in mail merge. Field names of the table that is used in mail merge. Few records of the table. Few records of the table that is used in mail merge. Yeah, the correct answer is should be the third one. field names of the table that is used in mail merge, because this title, name, address 1, address 2 is the one which we like design as the headers of the table, which we are going to record data under those headings, right? So those are going to be the headers, right? Yeah, Seren, the problem is a few records of a table that is used in mail merge. If it goes like that, Puta, now this database is going to happen like this. Your database is going to be something like this: title, name, address 1, address 2. And then this is going to be
So,
filled by some values, right? Let's say something like this, right? Then this is MS. So Seren, these are called the records. And this is what you call the fields, right? So it says field names of the table that is used in mail merge will be the much appropriate one. The few records of the table that is used in mail merge. Now, it will be retrieved when the mail merge finished, but for the moment, which is not. That doesn't matter, Minul. You can have all the fields in a one single row. Eka place වෙන විදිහනේ Minul. Title and name together ලිව්වම තමයි මෙතනට මේ mail merge එක complete වුණාම මෙතන වැටෙන්නේ. දැන් මේ database එකට අදාළව මෙතන එනවා Mr. Saman කියලා. එහෙම එන්න තමයි title එකයි name එකයි එක ළඟ ලියලා තියෙන්නේ. That's why. Right? Okay. So moving forward, what is not a valid function used in spreadsheet software? Yeah. So a valid function should have a name starting from an equal sign. Then inside it, you have to use either a range or the cell addresses separated by a comma. So according to those rules, everything got the equal sign. So correct for that point. Everything got a name and those are valid, sum and average. And if I goes from the fourth answer, A1 colon C1, that's a valid range, and comma C2, that's a valid way of giving it. So the A1 ඉඳලා C1 වෙනකන් තියෙන values ටිකයි C2 ගේ තියෙන value එකයි. So it is correct. The top one, the second one, A1 colon C1, A2 colon C2. So two separate ranges, again separated by a comma, which is a valid one again. Equal average A1 comma C1 comma A2 comma C2. Again, individually those cells, there are 4 cells only. So A1, C1, A2, C2, not a range, but 4 cells, right? Separated 4 cells. And then the first one, here it has the problem using the plus operator. So we can't use the plus operator when we are given the range, right? Because the operation of plus is done by the function. So for that, this is going to be the incorrect way of representing the function, which is going to be the answer. Yeah, in 26th, it is asking what is the answer if the formula equals count A2 colon A7 is entered in cell A8. So cell A8 means this place. And it says count A2 colon A7. A2 colon A7 means starting from here, goes until here. So count only counts the values. So AB is going to be a text, not a value. So it's going to count 23, 43, 90, 75, 40, which gives 5 as the number, right? So it's going to be the last one, the fourth answer for the 26th, right? It only counts the values, not the texts, right? Then in 27th, it says road accidents that are occurred in Kurunegala Police Division in 2018 can be classified as motorbikes, cars, and passengers, passenger transport, buses, and other. Yeah, 5 categories. What is the most suitable chart type that despites the percentage of them with all accidents? Percentage of them with all accidents. Yeah. One good way of having is the pie charts. Column chart, bar chart, and line chart won't give you the percentages, right? So the answer should be the fourth one. Let me check the 27th. 27th, yeah, it's the fourth one, because it is the way we can represent the percentage when it comes to the pie chart only. When it comes to the bar chart, column chart, and all these things, you can do the comparison, right? Comparison of the like comparison of 2 to 3 things. Like එකනේ ළමයි කීප දෙනෙක්ගේ විෂයන් කීපයකට තියෙන ලකුණු පෙන්වන්න හොඳම විදිය bar chart and the column chart, right? But this is just the accident. The all the accident are the 100%, and we have to see how many car accident, how many bike accident, how many passenger transport bus accidents, and what are the others. So the pie chart is the best one. So 28th, data is entered in a spreadsheet worksheet as given below, and A1 is selected as the active cell. Okay, if control plus arrow is used, the task that can be done is, yeah, the control arrow key. Just a second, control arrow key. Yeah, it will lead to the place at the end of the sheet, as I remember. Control and arrow, hold on. Control arrow, control arrow, control. Yes, goes the right side one cell. No, not one cell. Goes the right side of the last cell of data entered range. Change from one worksheet to the another. No, never. Goes to right side of the last cell of the data entered range. Is it the same thing as second? Yeah, the second and fourth both are same. So yeah, it is either the second or the fourth. Yeah, why the second one goes to right of the last cell of data entered range.
So fourth one එකේ කියන්නේ
Yeah, Isara, I think
A1
both are
A1 range
the same idea. 28, they say it's 4, but you can go for both second and fourth. Just talking about going to the right side. Okay, Seran, you can have it correct as the as for the 28th, right? That doesn't matter. Right. So moving to the 29th. What is the answer if entered the formula, this particular thing? So it says 3 power of 3 plus 3 divided 3. Yeah. So like how this is going to clarify. So first it's going to be the bracket that's going to happen. Right? When something like this is there, first they are given the priority to the bracket. So inside the bracket, there are 2 operators, which is the exponentials and the plus. So exponentials take place first. So 9 plus 3 will happen divided by 3 into 2 minus 5. So 9 plus 3 will happen because those are still inside the bracket. So 12, so the bracket is gone, divided by 3, multiplied by 2, minus 5. So the division and multiplication are on the same level of priority. So then when they are same, the leftmost one will be given the priority. So 12 divided by 3 happens first, 4, then into 2 minus 5 will be there. So 4 into 2 is 8. 8 minus 5 is going to be 3 as the answer. So fourth one is going to be the answer. Yeah, the answer is 4. Right? So remember, if the operators are there, priority is given to the first the brackets, then the exponential, then the division and division and multiplication, then the addition and subtraction. Right? එතකොට bracket එකක් ඇතුලේ ගොඩාක් operators තියෙනවා නම් still they follow the same rule. Right? Exponential, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Division, multiplication is on the same level, and addition, subtraction is also in the same level. Right? 30th. So people, let's go through the other questions as well. Select the answer which shows the following icons in the sequential order. Yes. So yeah, they're asking what is the way of presenting. So the normal view, slide sorter view, reading view, slideshow. Yes, I think it's the first one is the answer. Right? So for the 30th, yeah, 30th, it's the first answer. First one is the answer. So that, of course, you have to remember from the icons, right? What is a network topology given here? So this is, it is a mesh topology, right? So each computer is connected with all other computers using a separate line, right? If it goes like this, it's going to be the ring topology, right? But here it is going to be the mesh, right? Tree is going to be something like this. Like a tree. And bus is going to be something like this, where they have terminators at the other two ends. And star, we know the most common one, which is going to be this. Binadi, yes, what you have said is correct, Binadi. Yes, yes, yes. People, I have made the mistake over here. Yeah, what is going on with me now? Right, 3 exponential 3 means 3 into 3 is 9, 9 into 3 is 27. So my entire calculation going to be a wrong one. Right,
Answer
let's
is
redo it
15.
again, Dua. Thank you very much. Right, so 3 into the 3 means 3 into 3 into 3. 9 into 3 is 27 plus 3 divided by 3 into 2 minus 5. Right, so 27 plus 3 is 30 divided by 3 into 2 minus 5. So this will give 10 into 2 minus 5, which is going to be 10 into 2 is 20 minus 5, which is going to be 15. Not the fourth one, but the second one is the answer. Thank you, Binadi. Like it was my mistake to say fourth one is the answer. It is the second one for 29. It's the second one, right? Yeah. So 31, it is the mesh topology. For 32nd, which is not a presentation software from the given below. Yeah. Apple Keynote is going to be a presentation software. LibreOffice Impress, it's going to be a presentation software. Coral Presentations, I really don't remember the names. LIX, Coral Presentation, do we have something like that? I'm not remembering these things, people, because it is not essential for me, but it is essential for you. Yeah, it is a presentation software. So LIX is going to be the answer, right? And in 33rd, it says in slideshow, the keys P and B and escape can be used to various type of activities. What is the correct sequence of activities that can be done using above keys. Yeah, P and B. I remember B is for black screen, escape for stopping the presentation, right? So closing the slideshow. And they said get in, withdraw from the slideshow again. Yes. So screen become black. Screen become black. Go to previous slide. Third one is wrong because of this, because B stands for black screen. So third is wrong. Yeah, P and N, yeah, should be considered as previous and next. Right, so P is for previous slide, N is for next slide. Right, so not the starting slideshow, goes to previous slides, goes to next slide. Screen become blacks, get in, withdraw from the slideshow. It's going to be the fourth one. Let me check the answer for the 33rd. Yeah, it is the fourth one. Yeah, people specifically go through these things, right? Because I don't need those things to be remembered. But for you, yes, of course, because you are doing the examination, right? So the 34th, which answer shows the correct number of fields and records of this vehicle table, which is a very simple one. They have 3 columns, or that means 3 fields, and they have 4 records. Records is only these things, which contains data, not the header one, right? So 3 fields and 4 columns. So it's going to be the first one, the answer, 3 fields and 4 columns. 34th, after 34th, yeah, there's only another 6 question. Yeah, it is asking what is the most relevant field that can be used to primary key of drive table. And yeah, මෙතන දීලා නැති එකකුත් තිබුණා නේද, මට මතකයි මේක කවුරු හරි කියනවා මට. Right, so driving license number, name, address, vehicle number. So driving license number, if you consider about this particular records, driving license number is not repeating, right? It is not. And name is also not repeating. Address, we can't see the address. If we take the telephone number, it is not repeating as well. And the vehicle number, which is not repeating as well. Vehicle number is repeating. BAH2343, but it is, yeah, it is highly unlikely when we have something like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So the most suitable one should be the driving license, because driving license number is something like NIC, one particular number for each and every driver. Name can be easily repeated, even though it is not shown in here, it can be repeated. Telephone number, which is going to be a good one, but most suitable one is the driving license number, right? So yes, I have plugged it to the power Isaru. Thank you. Right, so the most suitable answer is going to be the first one, which is the driving license number. And the 36th, this organization use 1 vehicle for each driver and 2 drivers are used for some vehicles. What is the relationship that shows between vehicle and driver? So if we take vehicle and driver, So this is this use one vehicle for each driver. One vehicle for one driver for each driver. And two drivers are used some vehicles. So that means what the organization, one vehicle for each driver and two drivers are used for some vehicles. One vehicle for each driver. So driver and two drivers are used for some, yeah, should be clarified like this. So one vehicle can be driven by many drivers since they have said two drivers are used for some vehicles. And one driver is driving only one vehicle. Right? එතකොට වාහන දෙකක් තියෙනවා drivers ලා හතරක් ඉන්නවා නම් A කියන වාහනය PQ කියන දෙන්නටම පදින්න දෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි P නිතරම පදින්නේ A වාහනය, Q නිතරම පදින්නෙත් A වාහනය. දෙන්න turns අරගෙන පදිනවා. XY කියන දෙන්න B කියන vehicle එක පදින්න පුළුවන්. X පදින්නෙත් B කියන vehicle එක, Y පදින්නෙත් B කියන vehicle එක. දෙන්න turns අරගෙන පදිනවා. So that means one vehicle can have many drivers, as they say, and one driver is driving only one vehicle. So the relationship maps from this here, one is the biggest one. So it is, since it is same, from here, M is the biggest one. So the relationship between them is one to many, right? So it's going to be the first one. 36, let's check whether it is the first one. Yeah, 36 is the first one, the answer. And in 37, the organization needs to identify the driver and his vehicle using driver table and vehicle table. What is the object that can be used to have table as given below? Driver vehicle table. Okay. Name, vehicle number. This organization needs to identify the driver and his vehicle using driver table and vehicle table. What is the object? Yeah, so they are referring to the driver table and the vehicle table using both. So using two tables, what we can create is a query. And again, we can create a report as well. Reports can be created using the tables and the queries. Yeah, so because of that, you can go for the second one. 37, it's the queries. Because you are taking things from two tables, you should create a query. Then you can take that query into a report. For 37, it should be the second. Yes, the second one is the answer. In 38, what is the advantage of having data encryption in a table? It is just for security, right? So validity of data, more accuracy of data, data consistency can be maintained to avoid entering unauthorized access. It's the fourth one, because encryption means you are scramble the content of the of something, which is in this case it's a table. So no third party can access there and read it because it is been scrambled. So if a authorized person need to read that, he have to decrypt it. So encrypted data will be decrypted. That means the scrambleness will be taken out so he can read it again. So it is the security purpose, which is to avoid entering unauthorized access. 39th, composite is prepared. Composite key is prepared using uniquely identified record of a table, using combination of two or more fields to identify records in a table, using field in a table, but records can be uniquely identified in another table. No. Using equal fields names of two fields to build relationship between two tables. No. Composite key is regarding this thing. Using a combination of two or more fields to identify record in a table. මොකද අපිට uniquely එක්කෙනෙක්ගෙන් අඳුන ගන්න බැරි වුණාම we are going to use more than one column to create a composite key, right? So it is the second one. And the last question, if the same data is entered in a few records of table, it is called, if the same data is entered in few records of the table, it is called data redundancy. And if the same data is stored in several tables of database, it is called hold on. It's going to be a problem. Yes, duplication and the redundancy. Redundancy happens due to many reasons. The same data is entered in a few records of a table. So in the several tables, yeah. So it is the data duplication and data redundancy, I guess, right? So it's going to be the fourth, yes. When it comes to the same data, it's going to be the data duplication. Yeah, it's a fourth. And when it is repeated on the several table, it's going to be data redundancy, right? And it is not a very good clarification. The data redundant වෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ same data appearing in many places. So it can be a one particular table or it can be many tables, right? But according to this, the best answer we can go is this, right? Okay, people. So මහන්සි ඇති කට්ටියට නමුත් අපි කතා කරපු එක හොඳයි. So we are going to do the second paper by next week. So get prepared. It's going to be a 2-hour paper. If you've done it by 1.5 hours, so you will be able to leave. So before you leave, you have to send me the answers, right? So get prepared. We are doing the second paper by next week, right? Okay, people.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice weekend. I'm going to end the session.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Very
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Yeah, Saran. Saran, the answers that you are talking about. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Next week we are going to do the paper. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Okay.